Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you today with the hot dog cart people. You might know them. They're over in New Jersey. They have some of the best hot dogs around. I didn't know what you wanted for a thumbnail, so I just put the normal hot dogs on the thumbnail.
That's perfect.
That's perfect.
How are y'all doing?
Wonderful, wonderful. Having a good day.
Oh, okay. So what did you guys have going on today?
It's been crazy. This is our third or fourth crazy weekend in a row. We did 2 setups today. Pretty much, we're at 2 places at the same time.
Okay, so do you have 2 carts?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so you have 2 carts, and then you have the 2 set. Were they like far away from each other, or like, oh yeah, they're kind of around the block?
Luckily today they were less than a mile apart, so it made it easier. Yeah.
All right. So you have been, what did you guys do before hot dog carting, before like being successful street food vendors? What was your guys' trades?
My last job was in the travel industry, actually. So completely different. I've never worked in food, so this is all new.
And you?
And me, I was an HVAC technician for almost 20 years.
Oh, okay. All right. So you guys, so it's a bit different, one in food, one in HVAC. Or I'm sorry, one in travel, one in HVAC. When you did travel, was it like a travel agent? Were you like a stewardess? What did you get?
I started off as a travel agent with Liberty Travel. It's a local agency around here. And ended up working with them into their corporate era.
Okay. Is that the commercials I hear, like Liberty, Liberty? Liberty?
No, I think that's Mutual, Liberty Mutual.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. But Liberty Travel is
jingle
all over. Yeah.
So I would say, okay, yeah, I would say definitely try to do a jingle. Well, I mean, you don't work for them anymore. Like you don't do that anymore. So how long ago did this start? How many years ago again?
So we haven't been in business for even a year yet. July will be a year. Yeah. So it's all new to us, all new, but it's a lot of fun.
And when did you guys think of the idea for? Like when did you think of the idea, and how long did it take you between getting that idea and then putting that into action? Like, all right, we're doing it.
Pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty quick. For I'd say the better part of a year and a half to 2 years. I tried 3D printing, trying to get her to come along and start a business with that kind of stuff. It did. Yeah. We just couldn't click on anything. And the moment I said hot dog carts, let's get a hot dog cart, we've both been all in.
Yeah. Okay. And I think the same weekend he was like, let's try a hot dog cart business. And I said, okay, I'm in. I think he already scheduled to see the cart and purchased it by the end of that weekend. There was no time in between. We were up and running. So yeah.
All right. So when you had you said it was no time at all that you did that. What was the financial commitment? Because I'm guessing you didn't start with 2 carts. You probably just started with 1, and then it really took off, and you have to get that.
Yeah.
Essentially, we bought every cart that we have owned. We've had 3 off of Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
So they're used, and I'm pretty handy being an HVAC guy or ex-HVAC guy. So I'm fixing them, and we're working them, and I've sold 1 or 2 and made money after I fixed them. So it's a multi-spoke thing.
Okay. So when you went and did that, so you said it's not even a year. Did you do it last summer, or did you start in the winter?
We started last July. So in mid-July was our first event. So we started kind of midsummer, towards the end of summer. So.
All right. I saw a couple of the videos. I know you have a whole bunch of toppings. Do you have knishes? Do you have burgers, or is it just the hot dogs? And that's all you need.
We are just hot dogs. So we're more like a New York style dirty water dog cart style. So we are just hot dogs, but we do a lot of specialty dogs, a lot of toppings, and we always, since day one, have had fresh squeezed lemonade on our cart as well. So, we've expanded to other things on our menu now, like walking tacos and pickles on a stick.
Pickles on a stick.
But you know, we try to keep it to the roots of hot dogs. So we won't really do any burgers or knish or anything like that.
Do you do like, could you get like a deep fryer and make like corn dogs?
So he would love corn dogs.
Oh yeah, those are great.
But yeah, it's a whole different thing going from like a hot dog cart to adding a deep fryer to your thing. So it's totally different licensing and approvals. So we keep it simple with the dirty water dogs.
Gotcha. And when you go and do like, what type of health inspection do you guys have to pass? Is there any like laws? Like, do you have to have like a permit to own and operate a business in a residential area, or doesn't really count? Oh, all right. So you tell us about that. Tell us how the government hates us all. Why should revolt against this oppressive government?
Yeah. So there are permits for everything. I mean, you have obviously, other than just doing the business licensing and all of that permits, just to get like up and running as a business, then you have your cart permits. So obviously you have to get them, all your licensing for that, whether it's inspected, insured. We have to get it,
fire inspection.
Yeah. The fire inspection, health inspection. So all of that. And then fire inspection, that's for pretty much every city you work in. And we work in multiple different cities and towns around here. And same thing with the health thing is by county around here. So every county you work in, you have to get a different one. And then you have to get it approved by every township as well, because townships might have a mercantile permit as well. You can only sell if you get this permit. So there's every place you go to, you have to find out what all the permits are. And it can be from one town to the next, right next door to each other, could be completely different. One can require you to have $500 to $600 worth of permits, and the other one can require you to have a $2 permit. So you have to weigh your options of which one will be best for you.
But that's what deters a lot of people from doing this type of business. Just all the legalities and things like that. It's not easy to obtain. You're dealing with state employees and things like that as well.
Yeah. But once you get a hand of knowing who to talk to and the right people to contact per town, because every town's different with who does the approvals for these as well. So you're calling the wrong office and things like that. It's a whole crazy mess. But that is actually why we started the hot dog cart people in the first place, because we found it so difficult to get the business up and running legally that we knew other people would need help finding those answers. So we actually started, collecting all that data for something. And at the time we didn't know what it was going to be used for, but that's where the hot dog cart people came about. So.
Okay. That makes sense. And how much do you charge for your services? Somebody's like, hey, I want to do this. I don't know what's going on, and be like, all right, well, we just condensed 80 hours worth of work into like 4 hours worth of work. Give us like $600. Isn't it?
So right now we're working on some Patreon
nice.
membership programs, and we're trying to figure out how they're going to be broken up and all of that. But we do have some up there now, but we're working on all of those details.
Yeah, we've got so many things going on. We're excuse me. We're also really new to this social media network, YouTube and all that stuff. Yes. So it's a lot. We just doing the hot dog cart that we were known as Devil Dogs LLC at our carts. And one of the other big reasons why we became the hot dog cart people is because imagine this, you're at Home Depot. You're walking out with 2 of our hot dogs, a lemonade. Somebody says, yo, where'd you get that? The hot dog cart people. And just the light bulb went off.
Oh, all right. Yeah, that's a good idea. Because when I think of Devil Dogs, I think of that, I don't know if it was like a Hostess company. They had like a bun and then they did like the cream filling.
We have some in the house. That's
Really?
what
nice.
Really?
Yeah, those are legit. I remember those quite fun. Oh my God, they look so good. Oh, you ever put them in the fridge?
I just said that last night. I go, oh man, I want one of these frozen.
Yeah, dude, them and Yodels, They were so good. I literally just ate 30 McNuggets. I should not be hungry, but I am. So yeah,
That's really
that's.
But yeah, we were trying to make like a nod back to New Jersey. So we were thinking like Jersey Devil and trying to come up with a good name. So that's how we came up with it.
But what do we get at the card all the time?
Everybody asks us if we are
veterans.
So it's devil dogs. Exactly. Thank you for your service. And
you guys too. Yeah.
But we didn't know that there was a reference like
devil dog.
Yeah, devil dog is a reference.
I think the military. What is it? Marines. I think it's a Marine thing.
Some term I don't know, but
okay. I mean, there's a bunch of weird terms, and there's a thing that brings in water called a buffalo. Like there's just a bunch of really weird things that a lot of the things are acronyms, but there's still other things that you would never know. It's like this is dumb.
Yeah, and we didn't know the reference, and that's what we say all the time. We're always like, "Well, thank you for your service," but we didn't know the reference when we named it. So. But it's nice. I mean, it gets people talking to us all the time, so that's good. The catchy name.
Yeah. So on the New Jersey Devil front, I swear I saw something really weird one time. I'm chalking it up to a bear that just had mange, and that's why it didn't have hair, and that's why it I know they can walk on two legs sometimes. And anyway, that's have you guys ever seen that? Have you had any sightings? You talk to people that have had that?
He's new to the New Jersey Pine Barren area a little bit more than I have. I grew up in this area.
I'm from Delaware.
So I grew up in this area. And when I was in high school once, we were literally driving through the Pine Barrens back from a cheerleading competition. And so my mom's driving the car, and it's filled with a bunch of, teenage cheerleaders. Okay. So, it's nighttime. We start telling stories about the Jersey Devil, because why wouldn't we, right? All of a sudden, by ourselves on the middle of this road, no lights, nothing, not another car in sight, nothing. The trunk slams open and slams shut, driving down the road. So we all, of course, screamed. We made my mother pull over and go out there and check.
Oh, man, poor woman.
Really?
She was like, I don't want to get out there. But
she's had stone white hair ever since, right?
But that was the closest thing I've ever had to the Jersey Devil. I swear, there was something there, because it was just too weird.
I chickened out after I told my friends about it. They was like, "Yo, let's go look. Let's go deep into these forests, into these woods." And I freaked out. And it wasn't. I was gonna do it up until we were talking about. I forget what we were talking about. Like the subject of Tickle Me Elmo came out, and I don't know why. So we were talking about that in the car, and then my friend that doesn't pay for YouTube Red or YouTube Premium, whatever it is, he gets ads on his phone every now and then. So before the next video, an ad played for Tickle Me Elmo, and I was like, no, people are watching us. The government. It's too much. I can't go into these woods. So then we just drank, and that was okay.
That's great.
Close enough, right?
Yeah. Oh, so what do you guys name your hot dogs? Do you have specialty dogs? Do you have the New Jersey Devil Dog?
We have a sauce called Devil Dog sauce.
Mm.
And it's not spicy. I always make sure I tell people that it's not spicy, but we can make it spicy. But the Devil Dog sauce is my mother's award-winning barbecue sauce. So it's this sweet and tangy barbecue sauce. And it's really good on a hot dog. I never would have thought until I tried it, but it's really good.
With cheese.
With cheese. Well, you like it with cheese. I like it with some onion. So it's good.
So we have JH that says, "What the heck are hot dogs made of? Y'all, seriously, we do want to know. They are delicious."
Well, our hot dogs are all beef hot dogs, so we can easily say that. But we can't tell you what other hot dogs are made of, because we probably don't want to know. But I do love my scrapple around here. So scrapple's probably worse than hot dogs.
Okay.
So.
For the customers that you get, I imagine it just depends. Oh, hey, we're doing a sporting event. We're doing this. But do you have any repeat customers? Customers tell me where you guys are. I freaking need these.
We definitely do. We have a lot of people that hit us up and they ask us like where we're going to be, or haven't, I've been craving a dog, haven't been there for a while, but most people know kind of where our setup is on somewhat of a regular, but we don't have a regular schedule right now. But they know where to hit us up at, and we have a lot of regular customers.
We have a running thing. We'll go live at our cart frequently. And if you walk up to us while we're live and we're on your phone, we give you a free hot dog.
Oh, that's awesome.
We've had it happen once so far. So.
That's cool. I would say I would do it like next time I'm in Jersey. I'll like stream and then I'll try to bring people with me, but then like most of my people that view me are all over the country. But your audience is probably really just in that New Jersey area, right?
Really, yeah, it's very local, yeah.
So when did you go? Sorry, what? I missed that.
I said we're trying to grow that though.
Yeah, speaking of growing, you had the first one July of last year. When did you realize you could get the second one?
The second cart?
Yeah. You get.
I would say it was maybe 2 months later. What I find these deals at night on Facebook Marketplace, and we drive an hour or two away, and we pick up a hot dog cart in pieces, and we bring it home, and the next day we rip it apart and fix it.
Yeah.
So it can get pretty crazy.
Yeah, so he has an addiction with Facebook Marketplace. So if he has an excuse to buy something, he will. So,
I understand.
Yeah, and it could be bad, but that's not his. The second cart we have now is actually our third cart that we've owned. So if that makes any sense. So we've had 3 carts at once at one point in time. So
yeah, and then one of them just like fell out of commission, just like broke, or
it was a small like beach push cart, so you couldn't hook it up to your truck or anything, and it was so small it didn't really make any money.
Gotcha. I was like, could you like rent it out to like a kid, be like, hey, give me $100 a day, whatever you make, that type of deal.
People do
yes.
that.
Yes.
But what we were thinking of doing at some point, and we've got a lot of crazy ideas, so is renting our cart along with the business and the name, so even the locations. Yeah. So if you wanted to try it, we could say, hey, meet us over here at Tractor Supply. We'll have you all set up and see what you think,
Yeah. So you said you have a bunch of crazy ideas. I know I just saw the McDonald's movie. Did you guys see that, Michael Keaton?
No, the Michael Keaton movie. You saw that way back when.
Oh, it just came out, I think, like a year ago, not even a year ago.
I can't think of the name. Like, what was it? It wasn't called McDonald's.
Roy Kroc?
It was Roy Kroc. He played Roy Kroc.
Was it Roy Kroc?
Let me. I can just Google it real quick. So the McDonald's movie, and it's called The Founder, or just Founder.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah. So like he did like this thing, like, oh hey, let me go and like franchise. Like you saw it. So would you ever go and have other people be like, hey, these would do really well in X state? Like, I don't know why. Like, I went to South Carolina recently, and there's no delis there, and I was like, really? I can't get like an egg sandwich anywhere, and they're like, we don't really have those. So like, if I could just take like a deli and move it to South Carolina, it makes so much freaking money. So if somebody saw that, would you guys be open to that, or is like, I don't really trust anyone, they're gonna sully my name?
I think we both would definitely consider the idea and do it if we felt it was right with the right people. I would say we would never say no to anything like that. So I would say anything when it comes to expanding and growing, I think we would be open-minded to the opportunity.
Crazy ideas. Go. What are some of your crazy ideas that you have for it?
What are your crazy ideas?
Oh, mine? Oh, how much time do you got?
All that. I can go forever on these things.
Well, if anybody wanted to go to our YouTube channel, they can see one of my newest inventions that I'm still in beta testing, if you will. So I told you we go live on TikTok and YouTube at the cart once in a while, and I generally hook our cell phone up to our umbrella because it's nice and high and you can't see like the storefront or people necessarily. So I made a spinner for our umbrella and it rotates around as it takes footage. We used it once or twice, but we're still working through some bugs. Yeah. But I plan on packaging that and selling it on our website.
I would, I get motion sickness really easily. I'd probably get sick if I watch that and then just spin.
We don't spin it the whole time either.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah. So, because we are concerned about things like that. We'll spin it once in a while to get a right angle or spin it around once in a while for a little bit, but we don't keep it on the whole time because I would be the same way. I don't know if I could watch it the whole time.
Yeah.
I never thought of that. Excuse me. I didn't think of that. So we can make people sick and feed them hot dogs. No.
It's a horrible combination. If so have you experimented with the idea of NFTs for the hot dog cart?
We have. We've actually already created some NFTs with some utility at the hot dog cart. So yes, we do have the hot dog cart people NFTs created at the moment. I am going to make some devil dogs NFTs too, but they all got put on hold with me selling my house.
Yeah, that's true. So where do they buy it? Is it on OpenSea? Is you another platform? Is it like Polygon? Where you buy the NFTs?
It's actually on the Atomic Hub. So they're on the Wax network.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It's a really green network, and it's easy for new people to create NFTs on there. Mm-hmm. And essentially, we're not quite whitelisted yet because over 2 months ago we did the one NFT, which got us started. They want to do 2 more to whitelist us, but we haven't had time, unfortunately.
Yeah, so we'll get that in and get whitelisted with them shortly. But we do have them. The links and everything are available on the Hot Dog Cart People website.
Okay, cool. Links. And what's the utility with that? Is it like 10% off the hot dogs if you get the NFT or something?
So much better.
Oh.
Essentially, you get free hot dogs. Depending on which NFT you have from us, you can get 4 free hot dogs a month, and if you have
a meal, and then the other one's just the hot dog.
Oh, so every month you get 4 free hot dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Could you get them all at the same time, or does it have to be on different days?
So he's mixing 2 things up. The 4th free hot dogs is your
Patreon,
not the NFTs. The NFTs, one is a full meal a month, so you get a hot dog, a lemonade, because that's one of our big sellers, the hot dog, the lemonade, and chips a month. And the other one is
1 or 2 dogs.
One hot dog.
Yeah.
And you might have changed it actually to a week instead of a month. But it might be a week instead of a month.
We're looking to give food away. You know what I mean? We
want people to use these in the real world, So.
I understand. I can get that. If we go and we take, how many NFTs did you mint or did you make?
Maybe 10.
Yeah, right now it's only about 10 right now that we've minted.
Okay.
And
but I have like the max, like that somebody could go like, oh, hey, I'm gonna get one for my sister or my mom, like whatever.
I don't know that there is.
We didn't put a max on that right now. We will be right now. I think the one we put like 100 on, and the other one 50. But we will be having other ones that will have other utilities that won't have a limit to them. So they'll just be more like a percentage off or something like that.
Okay, yeah, because I mean, if you sell like 1,000 of those, then suddenly you have to give away 1,000 free meals.
Exactly.
That's a lot.
Yep.
But I mean, yeah, I would picture I think you could do like different levels of them and be like, oh, hey, have this one, and then you get all you can eat. But then you have like a football team go and do it, and then
exactly.
It gets insane.
And we've been playing with so many different ways of doing it. That's why we were going back and forth. Like, I think it was a week, not a month, because I know we wanted to give people more than what they would expect at first, and limit those quantities. But after that, we're going to open some things up more.
Well, you always get the best stuff when people are starting out, right?
Yeah. Sure.
So does the hot dog carting and the success of it have anything to do with you selling the house?
No. Well,
you sure?
It was going to happen anyway, but now
accelerated it.
Yeah, I would say he's right. It definitely has accelerated it.
But essentially,
but where we're going from this is different.
Yes. So our thought process here is we live in a townhome right now, and what we're looking to do is get out of this and hopefully purchase a building that we can live in and run multiple businesses out of.
Yeah, and like we're in a townhouse, we have occasionally pulled our carts in the backyard to do work and things like that. We're not technically allowed to do those types of things. And
oh, really?
You have rules and things with the association. So we can't, we're not even allowed to park commercial vehicles in your parking lots. You can't do things like that here. There's so many things. So yeah, that's one reason, we hate that if we need to do something for a cart, we have to go completely someplace else to go do it. What I mean?
Yeah, that would piss me off so bad.
Yeah, so we do want our living space and our carts and working space all in the same spot.
Well,
so
this is why I guess it's like really silver lining of like living in like the ghetto is like your neighbors don't really care. Like, not that I had a friend of mine that used to do like dog rescue work, and I guess in like the neighborhood you're only supposed to have X amount of dogs in the house, and she had like 10 dogs in the house, usually at all times. But thankfully, like her one neighbor to the right was like never there, and her other neighbor to the left, I'm pretty sure they were drug dealers, and they like, oh hey, you don't tell me, I don't tell, they were like cool.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like, yeah, that sucks that you have to abide by those rules. Like, how do they expect you to succeed? How do they expect you to like get ahead?
I always say it's sad. I loved moving in here. When I moved in here, I was single, and I didn't want to worry about mowing my front lawn or kind of stuff like that on my own, Yeah. So that's why I moved in here. I never expected it to be permanent, but I always joke around that this association here just wants it to be an over 55 community, because if it's anybody with kids, if you want to put like a basketball net in your parking spots, you're not allowed to do that. You can't, kids can't go play on the tennis courts other than use it for tennis, because they'll get mad at you if you don't use it. If they're riding bikes in there or playing with a ball, they get mad that it's not being used for tennis. But I think I've lived here for 10 years. I think I saw 2 people play tennis ever there, and one of them was me. So
who was the other one? I gotta know, right?
So there's rules that they don't need to have.
Yeah, well, it's pretty standard these days.
Yeah, but it's annoying. But they want it to be an over 55 community, but it's not.
Yeah.
If we stayed any longer, it might be. Right?
Yeah, really.
So
if there's like an event, like let's like Veveverse is coming out soon, would you go and do something like, oh hey, we have receipts, it's all on the blockchain. If you go and buy this particular collectible, even though the floor is only this, this high, you buy it for this high, you can get like a free hot dog or free hot dogs for a month or whenever you are.
We're definitely down with that kind of thing.
Yeah, I would definitely be down with that.
JH says you can send the physical frozen to the customer if you sell hot dogs in the Veveverse. I mean, I don't know
about trying to figure out how to send hot dogs out to people, but we haven't quite figured that one out.
Bottle the smell. I mean, it'll get them there.
So I have to get the AC fixed in my car. It currently does not work. When it does, I will have no issue driving myself down. But apparently National Hot Dog Day is 19 July. And would you guys sponsor, or I guess he would sponsor, a hot dog eating contest on the channel?
Yeah.
Wow, that would be awesome. Yeah.
We think they'll be dunking them in water?
Well, all right. So I guess we could do a different way, because the hot dogs that I feel like those aren't like the good tasting ones in the hot.
Yeah.
Like you're
They're
not putting a
just
lot of
trying to
effort
shove
into
them
them.
down. Yeah.
Do you know the home wrecker challenge? I know it sounds really like not good, but it's there's a place called Moe's. I don't know if it's in New Jersey.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes.
Oh yeah, so it's to eat 2 home wreckers as fast as you can. When I was like in high school, I ate 2 home wreckers in 10 minutes. It was beautiful.
Wow.
But yeah, the first one I ate in like 2 minutes, and the second one I was like, I ate too fast. But yeah, you could do something like that, like where it could be like, oh, instead of just eating all this trash hot dogs, oh, eat how many good hot dogs can you have?
Yeah. Well, we do have one hot dog on our cart called the kitchen sink. And well, we
Got
like
everything.
hot dog connoisseur. Yeah. Well, we have one hot dog called the kitchen sink, and I literally put that on our menu. And I do names like that for all of our dogs, like especially dogs. But the kitchen sink is every topping we have on the cart on the hot dog.
Yeah. And guess what? Everybody that I'm sorry.
How many toppings?
It really depends on what we haven't ran out of that day, because we always run out of something.
We never get to finish. We keep going like this and grabbing stuff. They're like, oh, no more. It's like, oh,
but not today. Today, I was working the cart by myself. He left. And what did they order? 8 kitchen sinks.
Do you run out of toppings?
We did. We had to close early today because I ran out of toppings. I didn't pack to make 8 kitchen sinks and everything else. So
how much are kitchen sinks? And how heavy are they? $5?
So all of our dogs, we don't upcharge for any toppings. So a plain Jane dog is what I call plain, no toppings, dry. Plain Jane is $5, but so is the kitchen sink. It's $5. So you choose.
It's flat rate pricing.
That's really. I mean, yeah, that's a good deal for the kitchen sink.
Randy, we've had other cart owners that do the same kind of thing locally come up to us and kind of get mad at us. You need to up your price. You don't like money? Well, what they don't understand is we're letting the customer tip the scale. Mm-hmm. We know what we're getting. It's an easy count. You know what I mean? As far as what they're being charged. And still some people don't get it. It don't make sense to them.
There's so many days that you'll have, I would say 20% of your sales, if not more, which are plain Jane dogs. They know it's $5. They're still buying it without nothing on it. So that's just how it is.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just need to my favorite ones, which I haven't been to a good baseball stadium in a while. Like back in the day, Shea Stadium hot dogs, they were just so good, and I don't know what it was. I've had the ones at Citi Field, and they're good. They're not the same. Same thing happened with IKEA. Have you guys ever been to Long Island?
I've been to Long Island, but not.
Or IKEA. Have you been to an IKEA store?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. You know how they used to, or at least in Long Island, but they used to have 50-cent hot dogs. You remember those? I
do remember those. I never had one, but yeah.
So they almost like the same as Shea. They were on the rollers. They were pretty good. Yep. They were very good, especially for 50 cents. And then I went there again a few years ago after I got out of the military. It was I don't know, 2018 maybe, 2019, and they started boiling their hot dogs. And so not only did they double their prices, but they started boiling. It was trash, and I was so disappointed.
Yeah.
No.
Well, we actually season our water before we cook any dogs in it. So
what do you
that way we can move the flavor one way or another, you know.
Also, can you say water again?
Water?
Which one? Me? Water?
Yeah.
Me? Water?
Yeah, I know. This is good.
It's a Delaware thing.
Yeah,
I think it was Delaware.
I'm the Jersey accent. He's the Delaware.
Also, Veve, do you guys have a golden logo? Like a Veve gold logo?
No.
Okay, so I'll do the utility thing here. I'll announce it now. We'll do a more formal announcement on Facebook or whatever. If any of the Veve fam ever goes to you guys and they have a Veve gold and silver logo, I'll pay for their hot dog. So awesome. We have
we love that. We love that.
So there's only 400 of them that were redeemed, and I doubt there might be like one or two people that are in the that are in New Jersey, maybe, or at least in the vicinity of.
We know there is a big V down here. We ran into him one day.
Oh, you know who he is.
We ran into him one day.
I need a moment. I'll think of the name.
His name's
God's
Steve.
Entry.
There you go, God's Entry.
Oh yeah. He loves poker. Yeah, he lives in Jersey. Yeah, I ran into him in Atlantic City once.
Yeah, we ran into him in Hamilton.
So it was during the heydays of HRO cards. We ran into him at a Walmart looking for HRO cards.
Nice. I remember buying these. Yeah, the good stuff. This is the San Diego from last year.
Oh, nice. Wow.
I still got a couple of them unopened. Have you been into HRO recently? Been into Hero? Like, have you gotten any of the stuff?
No, not really. We originally bought the cards, the hybrid cards, as an investment to resell, and nobody wanted to buy them. You know what I mean? So we just started scanning cards. I actually, on TikTok for a short time, I had a channel called HRO Cards to Scan. I would actually give you the code, and whoever could figure out how to get it, they would get the NFT.
Oh, that's cool. That's dope.
That's kind of crazy stuff we do.
That's right.
Speaking of Hero and Veve and stuff, how did you first get into Veve?
I thought of this earlier, and I'm glad you brought it up. It's kind of crazy, but through TikTok. Who did you see on TikTok? Like, was it Wendy? Was it Eva? Was it K Collections? I know there's Veve Magic. There's a bunch of people on there. No, it wasn't necessarily those, but TikTok actually started my interest in cryptocurrencies and NFTs. So then it kind of snowballed from there. I had downloaded the Veve app. 2019-ish, I'm going to say. I don't know.
It had to be 2020. That was that's when it launched. So it was probably late 2020. You probably got it when you launched it.
That sounds about right. And I signed up and all that stuff, and I did nothing for months.
You can see it right on your app.
See what?
I think it tells you when you signed up.
Maybe I'm wrong about the 2020. I'll let her check real quick, Randy. But I was dormant for a few months, and then something struck my interest, and the first drop that I went for was the Golden Moment C3PO, and I got one.
Nice.
Yeah, I still have it, actually.
There you go. That's when you started.
I was way off. It's March of 2021. I was way off.
Yeah, that's and that's still very early though. I downloaded it in February, but I didn't actually start buying stuff. I bought a bunch of OMI before I ever bought the NFTs. And then it's and of course I bought really high. I really had that dollar cost average.
Yeah.
But the amounts of people that had that I see getting in just randomly, like I said, he's found it on TikTok, or at least you found like the OMI and crypto on TikTok, and that's how you did it. What made you go and start buying it first?
I just saw where this was going. Yeah. You know what I mean? And the quality of the NFTs on Veve, nobody's got this stuff. Nobody's got this stuff, right?
Correct.
Ask me how many soul stones I minted today.
How many soul stones did you mint today?
15.
Damn.
It wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. And then I got addicted and just kept going, man.
He was like, I'm gonna mint 6. I was like, how many did you actually get today? He's like, 15. I'm like,
I got some cool mint numbers. I think 2 really good ones, number 440 and 2525. I thought they were pretty decent.
What is the so when you happen to go and burn the NFTs, which collectibles did you burn?
I had stocked up a few months ago on uncommon Thors, common Thors. I stocked up on Black Panthers, but I didn't really burn any. I like the Black Panthers.
Yeah.
Like that, the less than $10 ones.
Okay. Yeah. The I was looking to buy something cheap, and then I realized I had 5 of these common holiday Groots. Like, I just burned one of those. But there was the floors on them were 11. They're like $11. Like everything rose up. I was like, oh my god, this is how you do it. And then I noticed you couldn't buy the soul stones in the secondary market. So I think that the only way to actually get it is to exchange that soul for a soul. I think that's what they kind of want to do. But they had sold like 7,000 of them, I think.
I thought I saw 7,000 or 8,000. I did see that in the market because I was just clicking on one. I wasn't buying another one. But
wow, 8,000.
But I did notice that you can't buy it off the market. So I didn't know how the number was going up. I've seen them at like $6 or $7 and they're gone. And like you said, they're at 11 now.
Oh no, I mean the Groots that you had to burn for them, they were $11. I was like, oh okay, but yeah, the stones like I guess people are listening for like 7, but yeah, 8,300 of them have been burned, redeemed, so that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I did not expect all these. I mean, it's a free set pretty much if you just want to go and do that. So it's like, oh, that's pretty legit. Veve had a very good day. They had the Lambo drop. Did you guys go for that?
No, we were crazy at the hot dog cart.
Oh yeah, true. The you got to like make an announcement. Everybody, we need to stop for 1 minute. We'll go for this drop.
Believe me, he's done that before.
I go, here's what we do, Randy. Around the corner from the Home Depot that we set up our cart at is a Chick-fil-A, which has the best internet. If anybody needs good internet Wi-Fi, it's Chick-fil-A. Nice. I've gotten drops and it surprised me because of Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, he's gotten a lot of good drops at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, the ones today that sold out very, very quickly. Like literally 1 second. Like I was at the gym. I was like, oh, all right, let's do it. And then it didn't happen. I was like, no, forget.
I just asked him, when we got in the car, like, did it sell out? And then
the Lambo, it was gone.
Yeah, sold out once. My friend, it kind of makes like for other people that like do like whatever, you're like in an office, cool, you can do it. You can like, you could go and do it and not really miss much. You go to the bathroom, whatever. But my friend James said like he's got his own law office, and he said like the whole building stops, the whole firm stops at 11 to go and get these jobs. Like what?
That's really funny. I love it. We've talked about hosting drops at the cart.
Yeah, another crazy idea. I figure if we found enough friends around that liked hot dogs and was into Veve, we would set up Wi-Fi at the cart.
Totally. I guess we got a couple of people that want to go and get those free hot dogs on my.
I see that. We're all down for it.
Let's get that. So when are we going to see you guys at a Veve event? And will you bring your hot dog cart?
Oh, we would love to bring our hot dog cart, but I don't know.
It would have to be in New Jersey if we're doing that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because of like all the licenses and stuff. So I'm sure there are people in like your in the business that maybe don't follow the rules and they just set up.
A lot, yes.
I feel like if you're gonna go to one place that you're never gonna be again, like I'll be at Fan City Expo. If you go to Philadelphia, I feel like nobody's gonna. If it's some place that they say you have to shut down, okay, we're only here for 1 day anyway.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that work like that. I kind of joke around. I grew up in a 13 years of Catholic school and all that. I have to go by the rules. I have to go by the rules. If not, it's too much anxiety or things like that. Well, I would want to just make sure we're all legal.
The big kicker to that, though, Randy, is we've heard that if you get caught just setting up dirty, I call it, they shoo you away. They try to sweep you away, and you're like, okay, then you come back tomorrow. You know what I mean? There's no real anything.
Well, no, it depends on where you're at. Some towns will just shoo you away. Other towns will slap you with a good fine. So
we're not messing around with that.
But yeah, I know that there's people around here that will do events in other states and not even care about getting their legalities for it. But yeah, I just couldn't do that.
I would love. I mean, I feel like you also might have better success at night at a Veve event when people are like drunk AF and like,
well, private property is a different thing. If you're saying it's a catered event and we're going there on private property, that most places they're like, yep, you're good. You don't need anything. So that helps a lot of things.
Okay, so as I'm thinking about this utility, point on the map where you are back there. No, you don't have to do that. But give me
this area here. No, there.
Yeah, pretty much.
So be advised, Obadiah Gold Shekelstanovitz, they do have the. We were talking about the NFTs utilities that you guys have. It's on their website. Can one of y'all send that to me, or just post it down in the comments?
Yeah.
And so this way people can go and get it.
Better with the technology.
Actually, let me do this real quick. I'll open up.
I just noticed your shirt's a hot dog. That's amazing.
Yeah, this is the Devil Dog logo.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, I'll post that in the comments in a minute. I just want to remember, go to our website, make sure I get the right tab it's on.
You got people shocked. Obadiah's like, oh, snap. I didn't know. Like, yeah, way ahead of you, buddy. Ow. But I figured if you have we got the website, like, so a lot of the stuff is really kind of already set up. You got multiple carts, you got the website, you got the NFTs. I mean, there's only two of you.
Yeah.
So at what point, let's say like you're making kind of the max that you can with two people. At what point do you try to like expand? At what point do you try to go and say like, hey, kids?
We're doing that right now, is what he's saying.
All right.
So I don't know why this isn't working.
We've been blessed and lucky enough to find two wonderful women that are helping us for now, part time here and there.
Yeah.
And it's an awesome thing.
Nice, good stuff. I would have the women that do it. Do they like do social media either, or also, or do they? I don't know how old they are.
So, well, the one new girl, I probably will have her do some. She said she was on social media, and she will post things for us and share things as well. She is a college student at Rowan University, so she's young and with it when it comes to social media.
Gotcha.
The other person working for us is more experienced and more comfortable working the cart by herself, things like that. So she is
a Facebooker. She's a Facebooker.
Yeah, she's a Facebook generation.
Okay, so like 30-ish, 30s.
No, probably older than me. She said she's, I think, 55 or 56 today. I asked.
Oh, okay. So like, all right, gotcha. What, like, you mean like no Instagram, no TikTok, no, just the Facebook?
Yeah,
okay.
Email and Facebook, probably.
Yes.
Yeah, I forget who I was talking to with this morning. Like I usually date older women, like not like old, like in their 40s, so like they're still, relatively young, but they're old enough to where every single one of them that I've dated have all had like one password for everything that they have. I was like, oh my God, I don't know what is with this generation that does that.
Yes, that is a generational thing for sure.
Not necessarily everything. You know what I mean? There's light duty and there's heavy duty, right?
You gotta get like a random password generator, store down some. Yeah, that's the best things.
Yeah.
We do the two-step verification.
Oh, the 2FA is good. Yeah. I'm waiting for them to do that with Veve. I'll you change your password often enough, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, it's just a lot more secure if you have 2FA. I'm really, really waiting for them to do that with Veve. So
I'm sure that won't be long before that happens.
Yeah. Are you guys more heavy into Veve or Omi?
I would say Veve.
I'm not anything in Omi.
I probably have like 1.25 million eco.
Oh, nice.
So I have a little bit, but nothing crazy like you've got.
Yeah, I have a little bit of a sickness, and I just put everything I have into it.
That sickness is going to pay off, right?
Yeah, at some point, yes. I mean, it'll start moving like later this year. I have a couple of people that I have this group of whales that I advise, and they're like, "Hey, when are like the burns starting?" And like if the burns start right now, it'd be really good. Or I was like, yeah, absolutely. But be advised, as soon as we get OMI to NFT and we do start burning there, you're going to have some buy pressure on the token. The token will go up, which is good. That's what you want, but it'll just be much less burned. And then you get an exchange on top of that. So it should start moving later this year. Okay. So by all means, and let me know if I ever get too personal. Sometimes I do that on these podcasts. I think we're friends for years. Out of the profits, the percentages of the profits, like that's your net revenue, how much goes back into expanding the business? What are the percentages that go into Veve? And I know you obviously you're selling the house, but I imagine you're buying another one. Is everything go into that? Like how much of the stuff goes into the Ecomi ecosystem? I'm wondering. So
for me, my percentage would be a lot less than for him. I'm a little bit lighter of a investor than he is. Here and there, and things that I truly believe in, I'll invest, but I'm not investing super heavy in anything at the moment. Things can change if I really believe in something, but I just haven't found my thing yet, I guess.
She likes Holiday Groot. She likes Holiday Groot. She don't want to burn it. She's like, no.
I did say I didn't want to burn them. But because that's kind of, for me, one of my first drops I think I ever finally got. I mean, I was so happy to get that one. So, some sentimental value there.
It's your first.
But my percentage is probably, I don't know, 5 to 10%, which is still could be high for a lot of these things. But I would say that's personal money right now. Yeah. But company money, most of that money goes right back to the business. We haven't been really taking any money out of the business. It's all been for growth.
Okay. Good. Yeah. Good. I love that. I love that entrepreneurial spirit. Risk it all out there. So I know you said you love the Holiday Groot. Did you have the other Groot that was in the it dropped like sometime last year for the Groot series that they did on Disney Plus?
It's not Holiday.
No, I did not get that one.
Are you going to get the Giga Chad version of Groot next week for the Mighties?
I think it's adorable, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm going for it yet. So we'll see.
I'm going hard. I skipped the Luke, and I'm going super hard for that. I mean, I'll get him, but I really just want to stack the Rocket Raccoons. He's my favorite.
He's pretty awesome. He is pretty awesome. And Star Wars stuff, I'm usually pretty gung ho about, but I haven't went for many of the drops lately at all. I've been very picky, I guess.
I understand
that kind of market.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for OMI to NFT, and then I'm gonna go super hardcore. Well, I'll spend a good amount of. So I've been trying to do this thing where I've been buying other people's OMI that's on the app, so that this way I don't have to try to take OMI from like a Trust Wallet and try to bridge it, and then this way I'll just have it all there. But I think I've gotten a little overzealous with it. I might have a little too much OMI on the app, which is it's not a lot right now, but when it like 10x's, like oh wow, this is too much.
Right.
See.
Nice.
So after you guys get out of this place, you are staying in New Jersey, right? You're staying in like the same vicinity?
Well, yep, pretty much in the same area. South Jersey for sure.
Cool. So. I will I'll go and see you guys at some point. Me and my friend Steve, we always go to like a couple times a year, we'll go to Atlantic City. I forget where, I think he's in Cherry Hill.
So I mean, if you're going from Cherry Hill to Atlantic City, swing by us on your way. That would be the easiest way. It would definitely make a detour because you got to go south to go over, but it would be 20 minutes out of your way instead of.
Oh yeah, we'll totally do that. We did last time. It wound up being like, hey, let's stop in this place. We'll he drives a Tesla. It's like we'll let his Tesla charge. We'll get one drink and then we'll go. And then speak of the devil, as God's entry, just going and saying, hey, I'm at the woman.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. JC, I'm not sure, JC, if you have a gold and silver logo, but if you go and see them again and you have a gold and silver logo, I pay for your hot dog. Only one per visit. You know, I don't want to. I want to pay for like 10 hot dogs. Cost $50.
There you go. We got it. One per visit.
but yeah, so we went, and because we have 20 minutes, we'll get a drink, and then we had a couple of drinks, and then the 20-minute detour wound up being like 4 hours. Like, oh, we messed up. So
no, that's
like
the best
that
time.
happened. Yes.
That's the best time.
And best memories on that one for sure.
Do you guys serve alcohol?
No, but we've definitely thought about telling people to bring it for mixing for our lemonade, things like that. Yeah.
We've done some secret 420 events with our hot dog cart. Yeah. Those are fun.
Oh, those must be amazing.
Yeah,
we have a good time with that.
Spike lemonades here and there. We've had people stumble in, you know what I mean?
We do. Our infused lemonade will knock you down for sure.
Wait, what's it called?
Our infused lemonade.
What's in it? Is it a secret?
It's a
420.
good amount of THC.
Oh, in the lemonade. Oh.
You know, that's a gift. You know, we can't say it's for purchase. So you know, it's gift.
It's an added bonus for the day it was, right? Added bonus for the day it was.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so
they only happen on special occasions, but.
Okay, gotcha. On that 420 and June 19th, 619, or 69, June 9th. If we go and we get I really want to do something. I want to do something. Like it's about to be summer. It's about to be like really good weather. Really like fireworks. I want to have like a whole event out of this. How many hot dogs do you think you could make per cart? I don't know if the carts are the same size.
Oh. How many hot dogs could we make per cart?
Well, I know that apparently 8 kitchen sinks wipe you out, so we'll try to limit those.
Well, no, that was just what I packed for today. So I wasn't expecting the day to be so crazy, and we packed 2 carts. So today was kind of a quick thing. But I mean, we've served probably at some events with 1 cart. I would say we've served more than I would say, I don't know, maybe 500 hot dogs in a couple hours, maybe 2 hours.
If there's multiple hot dogs under my feet, we've served a lot of hot dogs. You drop them once in a while, you know.
I don't understand people. Do you guys have any issues with like seagulls or wildlife or like anything coming around the park?
You're pretty good at this. You're really good at this. Actually, at one of the setups that we used to do, we'd be under like an overhang. You know, you walk in, you got that overhang right where the doors are, and there was pigeons hanging out up in there. So we had to move the cart a couple feet away to make sure they weren't, you know, doing their business around our food for sure.
So and we're more inland, so the seagulls aren't that much of a pest around here because we're not at the coast, thank God. But if you're down towards the beach, for sure, those seagulls will get aggressive.
And we see more parachuters than seagulls.
Yes,
all day jumping out of planes.
There's a skydiving place not even a mile from where we're at, so that's our entertainment when it's slow. And I joke around that we should be advertising for them because constantly people are like, "What are you looking at?" And then we're like, "The skydivers." So
sometimes we make it up what we're looking at, and they're like, "Wait, what?" Here they are, you know. They're like, "What?"
But, that's more than animals. We're looking at skydivers all day.
On a 420 event, you could go and actually fake people. Like, I swear, skydivers are right there, and then.
And when it's busy in the summer, those skydivers they're doing it all day long. They don't always land in the right spot. So living around here, you see skydivers all the time walking down the street with their parachutes and
okay. All right. So like they still land fine, just not in the same.
Yes.
Okay. For a second, I was like, oh my God, they're like
trees and stuff like that.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah. They're safe. Usually people are nice enough to know what the issue is and they'll pick them up and give them a ride and stuff.
We'll give them a hot dog if we see them, you know.
Oh, you should have. Are any of you guys Mets fans?
No.
Or just baseball fans in general?
No, we're I'm not into baseball at all, but we're in Eagles country, Phillies country down here. So.
Yeah, I remember. It was a good time. The reason I asked about this because on the one of like the Mets games, it's like in the '60s. I remember seeing about it on TV where somebody came in as like a skydiver, like in a parachute, like into the thing. So that'd be really cool at one of the events. I know those things probably cost hundreds of dollars, like per trip up in the sky. But I think that'd be really fun to have just somebody like a parachute person land.
Yeah,
oh, you could totally do it.
I did it once. I loved it. And I did it right here on purpose so I can go up there and be like, there's my house. There's my parents' house, you know? So I did it locally so I could do that. Because from here where we live, you can hear the plane all day long because you know it's the parachuting plane because it's revving to go really high up. And then it does the same thing coming down. It comes straight down. So I always say now I just want to go for the ride because the plane ride seems to be the funnest part.
That reminds me, it's like almost 11 years ago. It was in basic training, and one of like our obstacle courses we had, it was like I don't know, not crazy high. It was like I don't know, like a 10 or 15 foot high like thing, climb up, jump off. And this one kid, he was really funny. This guy, Trainee Hall. He goes like to our training instructor. He's like, Sergeant Wiles. He's like, what is it, Hall? And he's like, sir, I can see my house from here, sir. And we all started laughing, and he just ate shit. Like they made him do push-ups for like quite a long time. It was great.
That would have totally been me. Yes, 100%.
She's right.
Yes.
She's right.
That would have been me.
Yeah, that was fun. So on thinking like way to the future, typically with small businesses, you take the total sales, like the gross revenue, and then you multiply it by 5, and that would be like what it would be worth. What would somebody have to pay you in order to like sell the hot dog cart, like the name and everything, NFTs to that person? Have you thought of a number, or is it just like it's too early in our career, we're not going to do that yet?
Yeah, I don't think I know I haven't thought of that at all yet.
No, I haven't thought of a number too early on this, but essentially that's why we're heavily branding ourselves or working on heavily branding ourselves.
So we can sell a package.
Yeah, I mean, everybody wants a jet, right?
Yeah. I mean, I would love to have like part ownership of a jet. Jets are really, really expensive, so I wouldn't want to get. Oh God! Oh, hiccups! Oh, I hiccuped and burped same time. Yeah, the jets are really expensive, so I would like to get like 10% of a jet, maybe. I don't know about you.
Well, my dream was always to fly a jet. So one of these days, I will live that dream.
I
want to learn how to do that. That's always been a dream. Get my pilot license and fly a jet.
This past summer, my friend Lilith came here. She's from Vienna, and she's only been to America twice. And we went to like karaoke one night, and we went on and we met this one dude who was really bad at singing, like almost as bad as me, if not worse. And he's a pilot, and he was just trying to pick up like girls, like, cool, you're a pilot, like, and my friend Lilith really liked them, and she's like, hey, can we go to can we like fly? Like he wanted to take us to some random place for like the morning, get breakfast, and come back.
Awesome.
And I was like, and he was drinking like the night before.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. And she's like, please, I would never do this in Vienna. I was like, okay, all right, let's do it. And then we get there. He's kind of okay. His training instructor he seemed to be on top of it. But then there was something wrong with the plane, and like, oh, we're gonna see if we can fix it. I'm thinking, oh God, oh no, oh, no. And then eventually they couldn't fix it, so we didn't go. I was like, thank God.
Yeah, thank God. God was telling you not to go.
Well, look, if it could have turned out different, the guy could have come back with no shoestrings and said we're good, right?
Yeah, seriously.
It happened in the Caribbean once, in like 2014. It was this one guy that this Bob Marley looking guy that we had like a seaplane to go from one island to the other. Like this was just like, oh, hey, we're gonna go a half hour here, spend a few hours there, come a half hour back. And he gets on the intercom. He's like, and there was just silence. And I was like, oh my God, what's happening? Because there was like a bunch of turbulence and like, I didn't know what was going on. So yeah. And he didn't seem really that qualified.
I've been on quite a few interesting plane rides being in the past travel industry. So, yeah.
Oh yeah. What are some wild stories you have there?
Well, the one plane ride story this was before like September 11th and all that. Like it was before all these restrictions and stuff.
Yeah.
But I was getting ready to fly to Lyon, France. And I was flying out of Newark and we got on a plane, seemed fine, board everybody. They go to close it. They were having problems getting the door to shut. Okay. So we got delayed. I don't remember how long. They fixed it with everybody sitting on the plane. We sat on the plane without air conditioning for like 4 hours.
Oh.
Okay. They finally take off. Didn't work. We had an emergency landing in at JFK. And then they still didn't let us leave the plane. They said that they fixed it. And then we took off to Lyon. They would not let us leave the plane. But thank God I made it to Lyon in time. But without my luggage, without anything, nothing was there. It was all messed up.
So you had to wait 4 hours. You go to New York, and then you go. How long were you on the aircraft for?
Oh, I don't even remember now. I think it was a total of like 24 hours or something ridiculous. But or at least 24 hours the total time of travel time or whatever. But the weird part is they didn't really tell us. They said, "Oh, we're landing at JFK to get this repaired." Well, they did it as an emergency landing. So they blocked the runway, had all the fire engines down the runway and all that as we're landing. So that was the craziest, probably weirdest flight that I was on. And I've been on a lot of bad turbulence in flights and small little planes and things like that. Yeah, a lot of crazy stuff.
Jeez. And you said that was pre 9/11. So all right.
They didn't have all the rules where you couldn't be stuck on a plane or the tarmac for so many hours. Like now, there's rules that you can't have the people trapped in the plane for that long.
Oh,
but that was a long time ago. Yeah, I joke around that my luggage pre 9/11 was like you could fit 5 people in it because they didn't care how heavy your luggage was and how big I could have one suitcase, but the one suitcase could last me a month, Yeah. So, but after 9/11, that all changed.
I remember on an episode, I think of Gilmore Girls, they had Lane, she had like this giant suitcase and she's like, I'm not coming back. The suitcase is as big as me. I was like, oh my God, I think I've maybe been on like 2 or 3 flights before 9/11. I don't really remember it. It was just, and now obviously I really like Mexico though, because they don't make you take off your shoes when going through security. It's like, nice.
Well, I love traveling to Mexico anyway. I love Mexico. So.
That's why she had the big suitcase. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love Mexico. It's one of my favorite places to go to.
Yeah, I just went down there. Food was great. Everything was really, really cool, really beautiful. What part do you go to?
Well, with me in the travel industry, when I was doing that, so it was a lot of just Cancun and Riviera Maya and Tulum, kind of all west or east coast Mexico, not west coast. I've never made it to the west coast of Mexico yet, so but yeah,
I just went to outside Mexico City. I know it was pretty cool. It was pretty legit. But for the
Mexico City's supposed to be gorgeous. I haven't been there yet either.
Yeah, it was. It just felt like I'd never been there, and I had a friend that used to work counter narcotics, and he's just like, listen, bro, people get kidnapped, they get like be careful. And I'm like thinking, oh my God, I don't want to do this now. And then I get there and it's just like a normal city. It's just like Vienna or New York. It's just like, oh, okay.
It has such a bad rap. And I used to joke about this in the travel industry because you'd get so many people that be like, I don't want to go to Mexico because of this, that. And I'm like, you know, do you realize how many times the United States has travel advisories that are worse than the ones going to Mexico for the people traveling here? That's not a lie. That happens all the time.
They
but
don't publicize
we don't hear that because we're here. But they hear it in the other countries. They don't want to come to us because of travel advisories or somebody's going to kidnap them or, you know, they have, you know, all these different things going on. So, you know, we get that same bad rap from other countries. So Mexico gets the bad rap on us, you know?
Yeah, like my friend Lilith, when I just told you, like the first time she came here, I think she was like 19, and like her mom was like checking in all the time. How you guys doing? Is she okay? Because like I lived in New York, and
you
see like these 80s crime movies and like the subways, you get shot.
Taken. She was almost nabbed somewhere, in Paris or something.
My first time I went to Paris, yeah, I got accosted.
When was that? Oh my God, you got
right outside of the Louvre too. I was all by myself. First time I was ever in Paris, I was like, you know what? I just threw my luggage in my hotel room. I'm walking out. And I literally stayed like a block away from the Louvre. So I took a walk. As soon as I got there, some guy grabbed my arm and started dragging me into the bushes. And it's like gravel and stuff. I was screaming. I don't speak French. You know, nobody was helping me. People were staring at me and not helping. They were just like, look at that girl getting dragged in the bushes.
Oh my God.
So luckily I was strong enough to get away, and I just proceeded to run back into the hotel room, ordering room service, and stayed there for the night.
For the night? Wow. I'd have been under the pillows all night.
Stayed at my hotel for the night.
I wouldn't have ordered food. I'd been paranoid. I'd be like, they own the food companies. Like
I was like, nope, I'm just not leaving. Well, at the time I lived in New York City myself. So to me, you know, you do get a little rough skin when you have lived in New York City. You know, it's a little bit different. You're used to a lot more and you can deal with a lot more. But that was my first trip to Paris. And I think I don't know, I was maybe 22, 23 at the time. And I was like, yeah, lovely. I'm not sure how I feel about Paris.
Really?
And that was like my first hour in Paris.
Oh my God. So this is before the Taken movie, right? This is before Liam Neeson's like Taken or okay, yeah. I know sometimes you psych yourself out though, like with like I don't know if you're ever on TikTok at like 3 a.m. and you got on like scary TikTok and it's like, oh God.
No,
you
tried that.
Scary TikTok? No.
I'll wake her up in the middle of the night with it. Check it out, you know.
It's usually 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. You know what he shows me and says, check it out in the middle of the night? Veve. All the time. All the time.
I minted 15 stones today.
Yeah, there's times where I'll be like on TikTok and it shows like this video where you go and I don't know, this guy is looking at like his daughter on the bed and it's like, who are you talking to? And he sees like a little head pop and then goes back in and he's like, oh my, like what? And I'm like thinking like, I'm afraid to open my door. I have to really go to the bathroom. I'm afraid to open my door. I was like, oh my God. I was just like, hopefully no one's there.
Yeah, I would be freaked out. I wouldn't want to watch that.
Oh. Good times though. I'm glad that you guys wake each other up at 2 a.m. to talk about Veve. That's real love.
You know what's funny about that? If we had normal jobs that we had to be there a certain time in the morning, we would probably be mad at each other if we woke each other up. Now we wake up in the middle of the night and tell each other jokes. You know what I mean? It's funny.
Oh, that's love.
It works. And a cat and a dog, right?
Yeah, that's right.
They start getting riled up.
And he'll wake them up to tell them about Veve too if he's that excited.
Hey, sometimes you get things for one gem early in the morning, right? It's happening.
Oh, I've never gotten that. I've seen people that get things for one gem. It's like but I, especially now, because like when I started publicizing that I really wanted to get in the top 500 wallets, I was like, well, I'm going to do it like the cheap way. I was buying like these Squirrel Girls, these Jeff the Landshark comics, and and they were, I was getting them for like $1.80, $1.90, and now all of them are like $2.50. And I know it's still a bargain. It's still super cheap, but like it's not what I was paying. It's like getting salty because everyone started doing them. So like,
you're a trendsetter. I actually followed your lead a little bit with Marvel Mighty, specifically the Black Panthers. I'm like, wait, he's getting 2-digit ones for like 20, 30, 40. Yo, you know what I mean? I'll take a few.
Yeah, dude, they're great. She is. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen, this week on the Marvel Mighties, but she's the scarcest one. There's like 880 of her. So and I have 2 digits, so I'm like,
wow,
nice.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah, but now they're like 200 a pop, and it's like, a lot.
I'm still unknown of what I'll do. I've gotten all the stones on the drops.
Oh, nice.
So on one thing, I can sell it for $300, if you will. I paid 30 for it, or do I go for the Thanos? I don't have the secret rare Eye of Agamotto, so that's not going to happen.
That's like $750.
Say it again.
That's like $750 for the secret rare Eye of Agamotto.
Right. How many do you think will be minted of the lesser Thanos, the Prophecy or Prophet, whatever it is?
For the lesser one, I don't know, like 1,000, 1,500. For like the Thinking Thanos, because that one you don't really have to burn a ton of money. Like for the secret rare, you have to set like I was telling one of the whales before I was talking to. He has all of the stones, but he has all of them like sub 100. And he's like, do I burn the ones that are sub 100? Like I wouldn't do that, because they're sub 100. They're special, but at the same time, you could just buy a Thanos, probably for like $1,500, that secret rare, because you're not gonna burn 6 Infinity Stones, especially with that secret rare Eye of Agamotto, which essentially you're gonna be lighting all of them like $1,300 on fire. You're not gonna do that and then sell Thanos for like $900. You're like, unless like you're stupid, which some people might. I don't know.
They're out there.
It happens all the time, right?
I guess, yeah. So, who knows? I was like, you probably could just buy a Thanos, because then you have to buy all these other stones, because you don't want to ruin your sub 100 set. So you have to buy all the stones, and then you have to burn them, and then it's like, I don't know, putting in like that. And this person also just got all of the Lamborghinis, all of them sub 50. I was like, I hate you.
Wow.
So jealous. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, lighting that money on fire. I sold my stones. I don't like. I love Thanos. He's great, but I took some profit for the Marvel Mighties. Like I said, I'm an addict, and I don't have I don't have any control.
I've been thinking about selling my stones, but all the stuff that I have, most of it I got it on a drop. So you're not going to get some of those things any cheaper than that.
Yeah. What's the best collectible you guys have?
Say again?
What's the best collectible you guys have, or your favorite? I guess it's probably 2 different ones though.
Well, I got the latest C3PO on the drop, the one with less than 500.
Yeah, that's great.
And then it was just before or just after I ended up getting the ultra rare Miles Morales on the drop.
Oh, that's awesome. Good for you.
I don't sell things. It's not a seller's market right now, so I don't even look at that,
No, not now. Some people ask me about trading one, like, oh, should I sell like the ultra rare Miles for Luke, or should I sell the Luke for ultra rare Miles? Like, I mean, I'd go whichever one you really, really, really want more, because it's 8.5% sale fee, which is a lot. But right now the prices aren't really that high. Eventually, when these like $10,000, that 8.5% gets to be a little bit more, and at that point you're just like, oh, it's a lot. Also, question from the chat: do you guys have Sabret? I don't know how to pronounce that. Sabret?
No,
Sabret?
we don't. We don't carry Sabret hot dogs. A lot of people around here don't like the casing, the snap that they have. I personally just don't like the way they cook well on the cart. So, yeah, we don't use them.
Gotcha. Oh, we have gone on for a little bit over an hour right now. What are some things you guys want to talk about before we bounce?
I think we covered a lot.
I think we did,
but
yeah.
Just I would say our social media. If people want to watch some interesting entertainment at the hot dog cart, come on over.
Oh, I misspelled that. It's the hot dog cart people. I just put the dog cart. That could go to a random website. I don't know what that is.
Where
the dog cart. Maybe I typed that into you. I could have done that, and it says .con versus .com.
Oh no, you typed it in right in the private chat. I did not type it in right on the. So that's my bad. That's
well, it's not that hard to misspell, Randy. What happened? No, I'm just kidding.
It's very easy. All right, it's very hard to misspell.
But yeah, we're trying to we're really trying to grow our YouTube channel right now. So we are doing a lot more lives. That seems to get a lot of chatter and a lot of people talking, and we really appreciate anybody watching. So come on over and watch us.
Yeah, we'll get the good stuff going. We'll try to get what was he saying on National Hot Dog Cart Day?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll try to get that. And again, awesome. If you do have a Veve gold and silver logo, stop by the cart, show them. I will pay for their hot dogs and all that.
That would be great. I'm looking forward to people showing us them.
That'll be fun. All right, I'll talk to you guys offline for a minute. I'm just gonna end the broadcast, but just hang on. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi.
Bye, Dashi.